we'll soon be moving toward a vote on the continuing resolution. There are apparently going to be two options given to us. And the question I would pose to our colleagues and to the American people is, do we have to do something? Or can we do nothing? Is nothing an option? Because that's what the Democratic proposal is, nothing, zero, nada. So we had in the Budget Committee, of which I'm the ranking member now, the testimony yesterday of Alan Simpson and Erskine Bowles, Senator Simpson, Republican from Wyoming, Mr. Bowles, President Clinton's chief of staff, and a well-known business and Democratic leader. And this is what they told us yesterday in their written statement. Both of them put this in to us. We believe that if we do not take decisive action, our nation faces the most predictable economic crisis in history. Close quote. They have spent months wrestling with these numbers. They reached a majority of the members voted for the reforms they proposed, and they gave a lot of time and effort to it. I didn't think they went far enough in some of the areas, but I would say they made a real significant attempt to deal with the crisis we face. Well, this is a serious matter. It's not a do-nothing circumstance. So we have a simple choice to make today. Do we take a step, even a small step, that sends a signal to the world that we tend to take action to prevent the crisis, not act after a disaster hits? Or we could do nothing, as the Democratic proposal is. And we need to take action now. This isn't enough, but it's a step. I think it sends a word to the world financial markets, the bond vigilantes, that maybe the United States is, in fact, on the road to doing something about the spending that we're in. Our crushing debt burden is like an anchor dragging on our economy. It slows growth, as Rogoff and Reinhardt's study showed, as Secretary of Treasury Geithner acknowledged in the committee. It's already slowing our growth, and he also added it's worse than that because it puts us at risk, as Mr. Bowles and Simpson say, for some sort of debt crisis. So we can't help keep delaying. We can't keep promising to do something tomorrow. We have to have a vote. We'll have a vote today. We need to act today. A vote for the Democratic proposal is a vote to do nothing. It's a vote to stay in denial. It's a vote that says deficits don't matter. We can just keep on. But deficits do matter. They have always mattered. They always will matter. And some say you can't making any savings from reducing deficit spending. Let me show you this chart. I think the first one, because $61 billion reduction is a reduction of the baseline. And when you reduce the baseline, you save that amount every year, even if you have growth in the future years. And it adds up. It's kind of geometrical reduction in spending and debt that we have to have, and it's been working the other way. We've been increasing dramatically, and you know from your business accounting that 7% return on your money doubles your money in 10 years. We got 24% the last 2 years. That's why the government is doubling and quadrupling in size. But this would show, according to our budget staff and the calculators, if you reduce the baseline $61 billion of discretionary spending alone, it would save $862 billion in deficit reduction over 10 years. And if you were to freeze that baseline in for just 5 years, not only would you save $860 billion, but $1.65 trillion. Enough money to make a real difference in just one little act of $61 billion in reduction of discretionary spending.